This is how we country down in the boondocks. This is how we country out in the sticks. Bonfires, mud tires, cowgirls, and cold beer. This is how we country, how we do this. Yeah, it's time to get your country on. Moving that dirt till it hurts, strike payday. Cash that check in a one-horse town. Punching that clock non-stop till the weekend. Ice up the beer, throw the tailgates down.
Well, welcome back, folks. So I was in between the end of Bobcat fisher season. Bobcat goes the first 2 weeks of December, and then of course I nuisance trap outside of that, but rarely. And fisher went until the 31st of December, so it goes the whole month of December. Anyway, so after that, I got done focusing on that. I had already pulled all of my fox and coyote and whatnot sets out, and I'm preparing to go to 2 new properties. One is a decent size, the other is a few hundred acres. I don't get up here, I live in an area that you're lucky if you get land to trap. But every once in a while you get lucky and you find somebody that's got a couple or a few hundred acres that'll let you trap. I don't find any like 1,000-acre plus. I know some of you guys do, and I, good on you. I wish we had that up here, but we just don't. When I was in Texas, I had all kinds of land that I could trap, but not the case here. Anyway, so while I'm in lieu of transitioning and waiting, because today, we were froze up. We were in deep freeze, and then it started to warm up, and I got ready to actually go set one of the properties, and we got smacked with, last night and today, we got smacked with 4 to 5 inches of wet, heavy, nasty snow. So I'm kind of glad I hadn't set that property yet, because I would have had to go back through and wet, heavy snow is different trying to get off your sets. If it's that nice powdery stuff, you can brush it off fairly easily, but the wet stuff, and then the next few days it's going to drop temperature again, and all of that wet snow is going to freeze. So I'm kind of stuck at the moment, but I got an announcement that I would really like to share with you guys, and he's going to be a new member of the Chasing Tails Adventures team. However, he's my nephew, and he was born and raised in Vermont, and I can't tell you how proud I am of this kid. This young man is just a great all-around person, and he did what a lot of people wouldn't do and followed suit of me, kind of. As you all know, that I served in the United States Army, and did some tours to Iraq, and my nephew went into the Marines. Why he wanted to be a Korean eater? No, I'm just kidding. We pick on each other all the time, but the different branches like to pick and poke fun and whatever, but brothers in arms are brothers in arms, and unfortunately for him, not long into his career as a soldier, he ended up suffering a pretty severe injury that put him literally out of the service. It almost paralyzed him, from what I understand, and he's 100% disabled through the VA now. He can still get around and do things, but he has to be very careful on what he does and how he does it. So anyway, I know it broke his heart that he wasn't able to serve for a length of time. It was very short, but you know what? As far as I'm concerned, service is service. You raise your hand and you say the oath to support and defend this country, and you write a blank check to all the citizens of the United States, up to and including your life if need be, to protect and serve this country. And God bless you, buddy. I love you to death, and I hope you're the best from now on. I know things are going to change for you, but different isn't always bad. And so anyway, he lives in North Carolina. So we're going to be adding him to the team, but he's going to be trapping in North Carolina. I know my channel's Chasing Tails Adventures Vermont, BT. But I didn't get a lot of time to work with him in trapping before he went into the service. And he's just baby stepping, getting into trapping. He's kind of been on and off for like 3 years now, but he's really starting to come into it. And I've been able to help him a lot. Unfortunately, not the way I would like to. I'd like to work with him hands-on, but anyway. So I'm gonna bring him on and let him introduce himself, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Please support him, give him some good thumbs up. If he decides to go out on his own here in a little bit and make his own channel, by all means, I wish him the best of luck. But he's welcome to piggyback on this channel anytime he wants to. So just don't hate on him, because he's in the South. Well, kind of, but I know it's not Vermont, but he is part of my family. He is born and raised in Vermont, and as far as I'm concerned, he will always be a Vermonter. So, and he traps exactly the same way that I do here. Anyway, so without further ado, I will just shut my mouth and let him introduce himself, and I hope you guys all enjoy it. His name is Jonny Stone, and I love him to pieces. I hope you guys do too.
Alrighty, everybody. Good morning and welcome. Wanted to take time to introduce myself. My name is Jonny Stone. I wanted to share what I'm doing today. So what I've got is a property I am predator trapping on, which are the three main big ones. I got fox, bobcat, and coyote, and the property owner reached out to me to try to thin the numbers a little bit because this area is overpopulated. So I just wanted to take the time to show and shout out Chasing Tails Adventures Vermont for giving me the advice and showing what he's done. Also him being my uncle, so I'm pretty close to him. But what I wanted to show is our set that we've got today, which is just a simple step down set with one bait hole, and it'll be kind of hard to tell, but I do have a little bit of a trap circle because this is the one I got success on, and I've got it here because it butts right up against the edge of a culvert, and it ain't nothing but thick stuff in there. And then this kind of opens up into a old pecan farm. So what I've got is my foothold in the middle of the bed, and then I've just kind of got it almost like a funnel flattened out on the front side and just one hole in the back. And I wanted to show that through his information and through following the channel, which is again Chasing Tails Adventures Vermont, what he says works, and I would encourage everybody who's thought about trying it to actually get out and do it. Okay, everybody, out here doing step downs and dirt hole sets. About 3 days into setting the traps for the year, we got our first success.
So I hope you all join in with me in congratulating Jonny on a beautiful fox, and I hope there's many more critters to come. Till next time, we'll see you soon.